welcome back to Carefree TV for episode 3, I think, of Transfer Weekly. I'm pretty impressed I've been able to do it 3 weeks in a row because I'm usually quite inconsistent. But let's get into it. You should know how this works by now. You lot comment the transfer rumours you want me to talk about, then I read them and comment on them, and then at the end I sort of talk about other transfers which have been linked. And quick before I enter this video, I've actually finally created a Twitter account, so hopefully it'll be in the link in the description. Go follow me on that. I'll probably follow you back as well because I don't know, I just probably will. Anyway, so let's get into your comments from last week. A lot of you are very, I didn't get as many views, but I got way more comments. Very, very happy about that. A lot of you, like me, very, very keen on the Charlie Austin deal if Remy was to go. Remy, of course, being linked to West Ham and Palace, which I don't want. I'd rather have Remy than Austin, but it's good to see we're on the same sort of page when it comes to the whole Charlie Austin thing. So we're going to start with Andrew Ford says we're apparently linked with Sergio Ramos. I can't see it happening though. I agree with that, to be honest. I think I haven't actually heard that link, so thanks for that, but I don't see it happening. I don't think he got on too well with Mourinho. Not that it wouldn't be a great signing, because I do think we need a centre back, but the centre back we need, I think, is Rafael Varane. I think he's the perfect replacement for John Terry. Him and Zuma, could be a long-term partnership. But yeah, I don't see Sergio Ramos happening either. Christian Dawson, who was the only person who got a comment answered last week, talks about the whole swap deal with Arsenal to do with Czech, and actually a lot more comes out this week, because I hate to say it, but I think Czech's already an Arsenal player, which hurts me. Like, for me, I've just come to accept that he will be an Arsenal player next season. Anything else is a bonus. He says, he wants to know what player which I would like to swap for Czech. And to be honest, I don't want any of Arsenal. I only rate one player in Arsenal's squad, and that is Alexis Sanchez. For me, every single year, Arsenal's position lies with their, doesn't tell the full story of their squad's ability, in my opinion. I think, but people say they're 2-3 players away. I say they're 4 or 5 players away from challenging for the title. Because what they've got is they've got players like Walcott, Chamberlain, Ramsey, players who score you 3 goals a season, but they'll win you 12 points because they're, last minute winners away at Crystal Palace, or, a lucky one at home to Villa. You know what I mean? Like, they're not big game players. They're not world class. Like, when you go into play Chelsea against playing Arsenal, do you fear Aaron Ramsey? Do you fear, obviously, Walcott or Chamberlain, who are the 2 links? I don't, to be honest. I think if we can keep Sanchez quiet, we're done. For me, Arsenal, and that's why I think Arsenal's squad is incredibly overrated. I don't think that they just don't do it enough for me. So I'd rather keep Czech than get any Arsenal player, unless of course it was Alexis Sanchez. But I wouldn't mind. I would take Chamberlain because he's home. I'd take him because he's homegrown, not because I think he's an absolutely outstanding footballer. Another one from Andrew Ford was about Robert Green potentially being a backup if Courtois leaves and Begovic also leaves. If Bruno Begovic could also be coming in, I would welcome. I would rather Begovic than Green, but obviously Green's the homegrown thing. Take that into chance. Obviously I'm really down about Czech leaving, but I think both of them would be perfectly good. They'd be perfectly capable. John Ruddy, another one which is linked, I think would be good as well. The Football Guide says, what do you think? Do you think we should sign someone like Douglas Costa, or do we have enough players in his position? Now, Douglas Costa, I have not seen a lot of. I'm just going to come out and say that now. Lots of people with transfer shows like, oh yeah, I've been watching every game since he was 17. I don't watch Shakhtar Donetsk, so I haven't actually seen him properly. So I can't really comment on him that much. From what I have seen though, from highlights and what I've read about him, he sounds like a good player. And for me, he plays on the wing, stroke attacking midfield, striker. He's very flexible in his position. I would definitely go for him because you can't have too much quality. There's no such thing as having too much quality in your squad. Oscar needs to be, for me, he needs to be he's better when he's got competition with him. We saw that when he was competing with players like Mata and De Bruyne, 2 seasons ago or whatever. He was absolute class. When he had less competition, he felt the position was his own. He dropped off. So for me, I would definitely go for someone like that. We need as much quality as we can because our squad is not that well stocked, in my opinion. So I would definitely go for that. On to other rumours. big one, obviously, talking about Oscar, is he is linked away to Juventus. For me, I would only accept that if it was somehow led to us getting Paul Pogba. That's the only way I would be happy with Oscar leaving. I think this is his first season when he's got a break. He could become absolutely world class this year. There's no reason why not. I think, you do see it at times with Oscar. You see games where he just takes it by scruff of the neck, wins you the game, gets a goal and assist, and then other times you do see him fade out. So for me, I'm not keen on Oscar leaving. I can see it happening though. That's the problem. If we do get a Griezmann or a Douglas Costa in, I can see Oscar going, which is quite unfortunate. Another rumour which has emerged today. I literally, before watching this video, I just watched the Daily Chelsea on Chelsea Fans Channel. If you haven't subscribed to Chelsea Fans Channel yet, do it. They're improving a lot. About Axel Witsel, and again, I would love that. I think he would be a cheaper alternative to Pogba. It would mean Fabregas can go and play in the number 10 role, which again will increase competition with Oscar, which is what we want. So I'll be very much in favour if we were to sign Axel Witsel. In terms of players leaving, it's the usual sort of Felipe Luis potentially going out. No real objection to that. I think he's a good backup left back. But if he was to go and we were to get someone like I rate Cresswell from West Ham, I would personally love to have him. English, quite reasonably young. I think he's about 25. He'd be a great signing in my opinion. Also, another rumour which emerged recently was Patrick Bamford potentially leaving, which I'm not too as against as everyone else is. I think he is a good player, but I don't know whether he'll ever break into our squad for the first time. So for me, I wouldn't mind if we sold him and put a sort of buyback clause in that, because I don't want to lose him permanently, if that makes sense. But if he was to go, I would be gutted, because I want an English striker to come through and score loads of goals. But if a good offer came in, what else can you? You can't. If a 15 million offer came in for a striker who's never played in the top flight, that's you would accept that. But I'd rather keep him. Thank you for watching this week. It's a bit earlier. Usually I do them on Saturdays, but it's Friday this week because I finished my exams finally, so I've just got loads of time. I needed something to do. Remember, comment any transfers you want me to talk about. There's lots recently linking. There's lots. Some of them to do with Courtois potentially leaving. I've got a lot to say on that. Falcao, hopefully by the next thing will be signed and done, so I'll probably talk about that. So yeah, comment down below. It's great when you guys get involved. Keep the blue flag flying. I'll see you for the next Transfer Weekly. Goodbye.